Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing our monthly what are we gonna buy next month. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I feel like this one crept up on me and I totally forgot to do it because it is already August 29th and I feel like I post this video by now, but this is going to be going out I think on Sunday, which is going to be the 31st. So that is exactly perfect going into September. So we are going to talk about the new releases in September. If this is your first time watching one of these videos, I do one of these every single month for the books coming out in the next month. And I do a mix of like horror, a lot of fantasy, romantasy, thrillers, mysteries, some romance, but generally I do not touch nonfiction unless it's something I'm very specifically interested in, or historical fiction is just not my vibe. And literary fiction, hit or miss. I don't do a lot of that either. So if you are more interested in that side of things, I would definitely go check out some other YouTubers because everybody does these kind of videos. So they're really, really fun to do. It kind of puts on my radar what I actually want to buy in September and what I'm trying to not buy in September. So anyway, without further ado, let's get to the new books. So first up, we are starting with September 2nd, and first we have Moonflow by Bitter Corella. This is a 3-time Hugo Award nominee, which is crazy, but this is their debut horror novel, a gloriously queer and irreverent psychedelic trip into the heart of an eldritch wood and the horrors of sisterhood. Answer the call of force if you dare. Yeah, so this sounds like it's gonna be weird, but it could be a lot of fun. Next up, we have one that I am personally not interested in, but I know a lot of people have this on their list. This is Letters of Enchantment #0. So this is a prequel-ish kind of thing to the Divine Rivals duology, which I did DNF. I did not like the first book, and I DNF'd the second book, but I know a lot of people are very, very excited about this one. So we're not gonna talk too much about it, but I do think that it has something to do with the gods, and obviously it's going to be a romance. Next up, we have one of my anticipated releases. This is A Land So Wide by Aaron A. Craig. This is fantasy horror. It does look like it's an adult book, which I'm pretty excited about. But this is the same author as House of Salt and Sorrow, House of Roots and Ruin, Small Favors. I mean, the list is immaculate. So this is another one, and again, the covers. I love that her covers are so cohesive. Like, I literally, look at that. I literally have House of Roots and Ruin right there. It is on my TBR for fall. Everything just matches so well together. I hope this one, being an adult release, is the same size as her other books, because so far they are all the same size. But if it's an adult release, it could be one of like the taller ones like this, instead of one of the shorter kind of young adult book style. But it says that this is a blend of dark fairy tale and romantic fantasy set in a beautiful and brutal Canadian wilderness. Playfully drawing from Scottish folklore, Aaron A. Craig's adult debut is both a deeply atmospheric and profoundly romantic exploration of freedom versus security, a stunning celebration of one woman's relentless bravery on a quest to reclaim her lost love and claim her own future. So this could be really interesting. It does seem a little bit different than her normal books, but it has to do with nature again. Every single book that she writes so far has to somewhat do with nature. A lot of them have to do with like the woods or gothicness and stuff. So this seems like it's still on brand that way, but it does seem a little bit different. This is an interesting one that I am curious if it's actually going to come out. So this is War Widow, which is the second book in the Blood Scion series. I enjoyed Blood Scion. I think I read it a while ago. It's been a really long time since the first book came out. This came out, it's been 3 years, and I don't really remember. I think I gave it a 3 to a 3.5. I really liked it. I think it was a Fairy Loot or an Owl Crate pick. I don't remember which one. I enjoyed it. It was just brutal. It was really, really brutal. So I am on the fence if I'm going to continue this duology. I feel like I've got to see if I can find my edition first, because it might be in the stack somewhere. And if I did keep it, because I don't know if I kept it. If I did keep it, I may try to reread it. And if I do end up rereading it, I will continue on. I am kind of surprised this is young adult. Like, I remember it being really intense. And I feel like that's what I talked about, was it being super, super intense. Because that was very early on in my channel that I actually read that book. Next one is Crazy Spooky Love. I believe I have an e-arc of this one, so I would like to get to it pretty soon. A plucky medium, her fame-chasing ex, and an infuriatingly handsome skeptic reporter make for a complicated love triangle, and that's before the ghosts get involved. This is the first novel in a ghost hunting series full of romance and humor. That's why I wanted this. There are so few ghost hunting books out there, and it's like one of my favorite things. And the only one that I really like read was, I think it was episode 13, which was not good. Like, it was great at the beginning, but it ended up being really boring and then super, super weird. So I just want something that has ghost hunting in it. So I will take a love triangle if it gives me ghost hunting, even if it's not scary ghost hunting. The next one is definitely like the cover. Like, I don't know anything about this book, but the cover. I think I also have an e-arc of this one. Solving her best friend's murder means infiltrating a secret society, resisting a forbidden love, and running from a vengeful ghost in this sophomore novel by the author of Together We Rot. I do believe I did DNF Together We Rot. It just wasn't my vibe. So I am curious what their second book is going to be like. So I am very interested in that. Our main character's best friend is murdered, and her death has been labeled a freak accident. Take messages about her friend's elite boarding school, her whirlwind romance, and a mysterious secret society she was entangled in before she died. She transfers to the fancy school. Okay, so this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. This sounds really fun. Again, I think I said it. I have an e-arc of this one as well. Moving on to September 9th, we have a lot of horror this month, which I am super excited about because, again, I want to read as many horror books as possible in September and October. I just want the vibes. I want the fall vibes, and I feel like I get that a lot with horror books. This is The Macabre. This looks crazy. This looks actually insane. This is an adult fantasy debut, a standalone novel blending of art history, time, and globe-hopping adventure in a dark horror and fantasy about 10 cursed paintings and the lengths people will go to collect them, destroy them, or be destroyed. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. So this is the next Rachel Harrison. I personally am not interested in this one. I don't get along with Rachel Harrison's writing style. I still want to try Cackle because it is significantly different than So Thirsty and Black Sheep. I DNF both of them. I did not like the writing style. So I am personally not interested, but I do know that this was picked for a book of the month, so you can get your hands on it pretty easily if you are a Book of the Month member. A woman must confront the demons of her past when she attempts to fix up her childhood home in this devilishly clever take on the haunted house novel. And like, that's so, well, I have two feelings about that. I love haunted house novels. I think they're so good, but that reminds me of How to Sell a Haunted House, which is one of my least favorite Grady Hendrix novels. So that immediately does kind of turn me off to this book a little bit, but I'm still not interested in it because of the writer, but we'll see. If people are really, really loving this one, or someone tells me it's actually like kind of scary, I may pick this one up. Next we have Coffin Moon, and this is from the author of Fever House, a Vietnam veteran and his adopted niece hunt and are hunted by the vampire that slaughtered their family. I just love vampire stories. I don't know what it is, and this kind of sounds really creepy, especially like the being hunted part. So I am curious. I'm a little nervous about this part. Gritty, unforgettable, and emotionally devastating. Coffin Moon asks what will be left of our humanity when grief transmutes into violence, when monsters wear human faces, and when our thirst for revenge eclipses everything else. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That sounds very emotional and potentially traumatic. So I am going to see what other people think about that one, I think. Then we have the second book in the Anathema series. Again, it's another one that I literally have right here. I would like to read that in the fall. So I am excited about that one. Again, can't really talk about it, like not looking at it, because I haven't even read it yet. But I love the cover. I like that it matches. Next is Blood Moon. I'm actually getting this in a book box. So I am excited to read this one. This is a fantasy romance young adult book. And I believe, yeah, it's werewolves, which is why I'm like, am I gonna like it? I did love Bride, but who knows? I'm not a werewolf girly normally, but Bride, I did love Bride. Blood Moon is a dark and thrilling, intensely romantic ride, a fresh take on a werewolf love story for a new generation of paranormal romance readers, and is the first book in a series. It is set against a high-stakes paranormal backdrop, a world ripe with secret identities, rich supernatural lore, and a forbidden romance that comes with a deadly bite. So it does sound more like paranormal romance. Was it listed as paranormal romance? Yeah, paranormal romance is what I would probably call this. Another one that I'm kind of excited about, I feel like I have misplaced excitement when it comes to ML Rio just because I read Graveyard Shift and I actually really liked it. I still haven't read If We Were Villains. It's literally, I'm like literally looking at it right here. I need to read it and actually see if I like ML Rio. But this is their new release, Hot Wax. I want to say one of my friends, Kat, just read this one. I'm trying to remember what she said about it, but I think she said it was just fine. This is the new novel from the author of If We Were Villains and Graveyard Shift, a vivid and immersive tale of one woman's reckless mission to make sense of the events that shattered her childhood and made her who she is. I want to say, yeah, it has to do with like going on road trips and it's rock and roll. Drenched and knocked down, drag out, rock and roll Hot Wax is a raucous breakneck ride to hell and back where getting lost might be the only way to find yourself and save your soul. So this has been on my radar. I'm just a little nervous about it now based on the review that I've heard so far. Next up, we have You Weren't Meant to Be Human, and I think this is potentially going to be in some book boxes, maybe. I keep hearing this one floating around a lot. The cover terrifies me, but it says Alien meets Midsommar. I love both of those. I love both of those so much. Like, Midsommar is like, Alien and Midsommar are both movies that I watch every single year. They are on my list to watch every year during Halloween. And Alien I just watch throughout the year in general. Alien is one of my favorite horror movies. I love it. And that's like, what? Like, the combination is wild. But it is the debut adult novel by Andrew Joseph White about identity, survival, and transformation amidst an alien invasion in rural West Virginia. So I am a little bit nervous because I love Alien, but I don't like alien invasion things. I like alien horror where it's like in space on an abandoned spacecraft kind of thing. So I am a little bit nervous based on like what type of alien story this is, but I'm definitely going to give it a shot because I think it could be really, really good. Then we have one coming out potentially on September 11th. Don't 100% know, this may be like the UK edition of it. There are different releases sometimes for UK versus United States. I love that this is one of those books that does the thing that it uses the most popular books possible, but it potentially is nothing like these popular books, but it definitely works. Like, it grabs my attention with the irresistibly compulsive quality of Fourth Wing, rich world building of A Court of Thorn and Roses. Oh, they really brought in those two most popular books. Thorn Season is sharp, funny, sexy, and dangerous, and packed full of irresistible twists. That's another use of irresistible in the same little blurb. An unforgettable novel that marks the introduction of a major new young adult voice and will be the Romantasy debut of 2025. That blurb makes me not want to read it. I'm going to, but it makes me not want to. Like, that is so, I don't know, as like the author, I would be kind of pissed. If I was not the one who wrote that, I would kind of be pissed at the publisher for like how intense that is. Like, I'm a major new author and this is the Romantasy debut of 2025. I don't know why this is like really grinding my gears right now, but it is. And I have no idea what it's about because it didn't tell you. I don't like reading full synopses. I like reading the blurb and there's like a little bit in there to get you interested, but I don't want to sometimes know entirely what's going on in the book. Sometimes they give things away, which is not cool. They've been doing that a lot with like movie trailers. We have Kingdom of Daredon. A persecuted few are wielders, able to exert a physical power that extends beyond visible, a shimmering tendril that can pick a lock, a gentle coil that reaches out to give a loving caress. Physical power that they have. Feared and mistrusted for this ability, wielders have always been hunted. Alyssa Payne, our main character, heiress of a noble lineage, is also a wielder. She's part of a hunter family. Debutante season, so that's fun. Caught between two equally dangerous men. One is a brutal ruler with the handsome face of a fairy tale prince who would see her destroyed in an instant if the truth were known, and the other a beguiling foreign ambassador with secret agendas of his own. Interesting. This is a young adult release, so that is, I don't know. I'm so torn on this one, but I probably still will end up getting it. Like, those edges look so nice. Next up, we have September 16th, and there are a few that I'm really excited about. This is the new Elin Hilderbrand. I really generally like Elin Hilderbrand. The only one I haven't liked so far was One Perfect Couple, but it was very different than the other ones that I've read. So this one I am actually getting because it is coming from Book of the Month. Oh, and her daughter. I totally missed that. Elin Hilderbrand teams up with her daughter, Shelby Cunningham. That's so cool. To deliver a dishy page-turning novel following an intertwined cast of characters over the course of one drama-filled year at a New England boarding school. I want the drama. Like, this needs to be like high drama, like friend groups crashing and burning and relationships going crazy. Like, this needs to be high drama. Next, we have The Summer War by Naomi Novik. This is going to be a novella, which is really interesting. A young witch who has inadvertently cursed her brother to live a life without love must find a way to undo her spell. That just sounds like it's going to be a cute, fun story. Like, I'm excited. It's only 144 pages. I'm very excited for that. I'm always up for more novellas. Okay. I was supposed to look up where in the series this one is, but this is the next in this giant series of Pride of the Orange Tree, Among the Burning Flowers. It says, with the awakening of fire-breathing dragons, Among the Burning Flowers sees the first sparks of danger that threaten to consume the world of the Pride of Orange Tree. Let's see what order this is. So Day of Fallen Night. Okay, I still haven't read that one, but I do have it. It's somewhere here. I think it's over there. But A Day of Fallen Night first, and then Among the Burning Flowers, and then Pride of the Orange Tree, which I gave Pride of the Orange Tree about 3.5. So I will see how I feel about A Day of Fallen Night, and then we'll see if we'll continue with Among the Burning Flowers. But I love the covers. They're so pretty. Next is one that I got from the publisher. I was really excited about that. This is The Austen Affair by Madeline Bell. Two feuding co-stars in a Jane Austen film adaptation accidentally travel back in time to the Regency era in this delightfully clever and riotously funny debut. sounds perfect. Like, sounds perfect. I don't remember what the show is called, but there's a show that almost did something exactly like this, where a girl from the future ends up going back and basically they rewrite some of Pride and Prejudice. It's really, really good. It was like a British adaptation or something. It was so fun, and I would love to find that again so I could watch it. And one of my most anticipated releases. I love how I gave the first book only like a 3.75, but I was addicted to reading it. It was so much fun. So I'm so excited for this next one, but this is the second book in it says the Crucible series, but it's the next book after Games Gods Play, and this is The Things Gods Break. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's set up like the ending was like, it set up a crazy second book. I obviously can't tell you, but it's a Hades romance. It's just not with Persephone, but I like how they did it in the book because I was skeptical at first because I love Hades Persephone, but they did a really good job with it. Next we have September 23rd, and this is where it gets insane. This is crazy, the number of books coming out on September 23rd that I am so excited about. First up, we have Taurus season immediately. This is Brynne Weaver. I have read Butcher and Blackbird. I have not read Leather and Lark or Scythe and Sparrow. I really, really need to get to that because I actually ended up really liking Butcher and Blackbird. Like, even thinking back on it, I'm like, I actually had a great time reading that. So I'm really excited to see Taurus season. I already have a pre-ordered copy. And I love that the tagline is, "Welcome to Cape Carnage, visit once, stay forever." I love that. I love the small town Cape Side vibes that we're gonna get from this one. This is Taurus season is a darkly funny, slow burn enemies to lovers romance where destruction and desire are balanced on the edge of a blade and where love is the most dangerous battleground of all. I am so excited. Next up, another big hard hitter for me is We Love You, Bunny. This is the follow-up / kind of prequel to Bunny. It's like a mix between the two. I tried so hard to get an e-arc for this one, but I requested it way too late. So unfortunately they had like no copies left. And I'm so upset about it because I just read Bunny for the first time this month. I will be talking about it, but you can see the tabs. This book is insane if you actually read it with like a critical eye. So I am so excited to see what We Love You, Bunny exposes, but doesn't also expose from this book, because I've heard it leaves you with a lot of, like, it answers a lot of things, but it also leaves you with a lot more questions too. Next up, we have a stunning release called Spellcaster. It is an intense enemies to lovers romantasy with steamy heat, magical creatures, fast pacing, and stakes that will keep you hooked. Dive into a world where love is as dangerous power and nothing is ever as it seems. Welcome to Weatherstone College. It does look like it's a dark academia setting. This is a fantasy romance, dark academia, adult. It is listed as adult. I was trying to look for that, if it was young adult or adult book. But this looks interesting. I'm not 100% sure because I don't love when the very first thing they list is steamy heat. I would like the world building to be what is listed first because that's what's most important, but it does seem like potentially the romance is what's most important here. So we'll see about this one. Next, we have the new Sarah Gailey release. I actually do have an ALC of this, which I'm really excited to start. It's a darkly seductive tale of survival from Sarah Gailey after a routine probe at a research station turns deadly when the team discovers a strange specimen in search of a warm place to stay. So like I said literally earlier, this is the type of alien story that I like. Like, you're in space, it's like a research station, it could even be on a planet, that's fine. I just don't like it taking place on Earth. So this sounds perfect. This sounds like Alien. This next one I do not believe is for me, but I know a lot of people are really excited about that. I do like Trisha Levenseller, so I may be tempted to pick this one up if people really are enjoying it. But it is What Fury Brings, and it is their adult debut, a sexy, empowering romantasy featuring a warrior general who must kidnap and train a husband in order to take her rightful place as queen. I do love the gender swap situation going on. I feel like if it was her being kidnapped, I immediately would just be like, I don't want to read this at all. But because there is that gender swapped aspect of it, I am somewhat interested in it. This next one I actually didn't have on my radar and then book of the month picked. I love how this seems like a book of the month ad. It is not. It's just the first time I've gotten book of the month in like 4 months. And because they actually had stuff I was interested in for once for a while. This is The Heartbreak Hotel, and this seems cute, but potentially really emotional. So I am torn about this, but I love this cover. This cover screams fall to me, and I love that. And Breakfast for the Brokenhearted might hold the key to another chance at love in this achingly hopeful debut romance. This one I am nervous for. This is The Second Death of Locke. I believe this is potentially coming in a book box. I'm not 100% sure, but I read their other book, The Devil Makes Three. Okay, never mind. I thought this was the author of something else. This is not. I've actually never heard of this author. I don't know who I was thinking of. Oh, it totally is her. Okay. That's really weird. Okay, so she changed her first name, it looks like. Bovalino. Is this is this the same author? Hold on. I gotta look this up. Let's see. She also writes young adult books as Tori Bovalino. Okay, so that's why. That's why. Tori Bovalino and VL Bovalino. Okay, I was right. I thought I was crazy for a second. This is the author of The Devil Makes Three, which was a so-so book for me. It's been a really long time since I read that book. I still own it because I still, I have fond memories, but also didn't enjoy it at the same time. Very complicated situation. So I am a little bit nervous because I have had, a so-so with one of her books before, but that was a young adult book, so I am curious what this is. The Second Death of Locke is a devastatingly romantic epic fantasy and about the undying bond between a knight and their mage. Prepare for fans of Gideon the Ninth and the Six Deaths of the Saint. And everybody knows about this release. I do think this is also coming in a book box. Alchemize. In this riveting dark fantasy debut, a woman with missing memories fights to survive a war-torn world of necromancy and alchemy, and the man tasked with unearthing the deepest secrets of her past. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like everybody knows about this release and everybody is super excited about it. This one, oh my gosh, I got to reread the first book, but I'm really reluctant to reread the first book because it was fine. I feel like I was one of the only people who actually kind of enjoyed it, The Book of Night. And oh, it's only a duology. This was originally supposed to be I think a trilogy. I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be a trilogy, but the first book did really badly. So they could have adjusted it just to give a conclusion to the story. So this is the sequel to Book of Night. I can't really talk about it, but basically the first one has to do with this guy who has dark magic, and there's a world of dark magic. Oh my god, I can't tell you what happens in it. I literally can't remember. I really have to reread it. We are on to our very, very last date, and that is September 30th, and the first one is Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I am, again, mixed about this one because I did not like their other series, Done and Dusted. I feel like everybody loved that series. I just didn't like it, but I'm not a cowboy romance girly, so I absolutely could not get into that book. So I am curious how I would feel about something completely different, but it is featuring a small town upholsterer in need of a fresh start, a photographer whose life has come to a screeching halt, and the supernatural forces that bring them together. That sounds more my vibe. That definitely sounds more my vibe. I really, really like this cover. So I'm excited about this, but also a little nervous. This is one that was put on my radar by Amy. She's one of my friends, booktube friends, real friend, Widow's Point. I am so excited for this. I'm so excited for this. I think it's gonna be so cool. A found footage narrative about doomed thrill seekers trapped in a haunted lighthouse. I mean, look at that cover. Look at that cover, it looks so good. I'm so excited for this. And then probably one of my top 10 anticipated releases of the entire year, potentially top 5. I think top 5. What Stalks the Deep? I'm so excited. I love the Sworn Soldier series. I want it to go on for forever. And I love that it says the next installment. It does not say the final installment. It says the next installment, which is I'm so excited about it. But this is just a cute, so I'll say cute. It is not cute. This is a dark, gothic-y, fungus-infected little novella series, and it's addicting. It is addicting. I love it. The second one needed to be a little bit longer, so I am happy this says 192. That is, to me, on the more upper side of novellas. So I'm excited about that. I kind of wish it was 250. See, now I wish that they were full-length novels because of how much I love them, how much I love T. King Fisher's horror books. But yeah, I'm really excited. The next installment in the Sworn Soldier series featuring Alex Easton investigating the dark, mysterious depths of a coal mine in America. So the first one was a fungus-riddled House of Usher situation. The second one was a island, and was it an island? It was a bad water haunted house vampire creepy thing situation going on in the second one. The second one was wild. It just needed to be a little bit longer for the character's sake. And then this one, a coal mine. I'm so excited. I love this. So yeah, I hope this series goes on forever. Next one, I feel like everybody is talking about Bitten. It's Crescent City meets Fourth Wing in this fast-paced and romantic debut in which a teenage girl must survive ruthless werewolves, a glittering court, and deadly politics to exact revenge on the monsters who destroyed her. That's all I know about it. I really haven't heard that much except people talking about this, and I feel like a couple book boxes are doing special editions of this one. Another highly anticipated release. I am so excited about this, and this is what we deserve. This is what we deserve. This is Holly, and it is part of the Belladonna series. I can't say anything else because it's gonna obviously spoil a lot of things in the series. I'm hoping we get more of a specific character because I think she was thrown away after book 2, and I need to know more about her story and kind of just like get a wrap up of it. Like I really just want a 4th book all about her. Next one up, I am putting on here because I am still torn if I want to go back and read this series because I actually really enjoyed the first one. It was good. It was good. It wasn't one of my favorites, but then I lost all interest in the second book, and then she keeps continuing her series. That is something that I'm having a major issue with this author. This is one of those authors that to me is committing the ultimate sin of she does not know when to stop writing books, and she'll come out and say, oh, this is a trilogy, and then she'll just keep extending it, and it is so beyond frustrating. I hate when authors do that. Sarah J Maas, she does it too. She is doing it too. She didn't originally, but she is doing it now, and it's really pissing me off. And there's nothing that makes me less interested in an author, not even just the book, the author, than an author who just keeps extending things out, especially when they don't need to. I mean, look at the Shatter Me series. They're coming out with new books again. So it's just really frustrating. So this is on book 4. I have no idea when this series is going to end. They just keep extending it out. Look at that, 5th book. There's a 5th book now listed, nothing else about it. So I don't know. It could end on the 5th. It could just continue. So that's why I'm so reluctant to read more of this series. And then the very last book for September is the October Film Haunt. This cover, I love this cover. Horror movie meets the scope and emotion of Stephen King in this heart-pounding magnetic tour de force about a woman pulled into a cult horror film that is determined to have a sequel by critically acclaimed author Michael W. Hunt. This sounds so fun. This sounds anything with movie. Anything that is horror and movie in the synopsis, I'm gonna read it. So that's all I need to know about that one. I'm gonna try it. So anyway, that is everything that I have for you guys today. Definitely let me know down below what you are most excited about. Definitely if I missed anything. I hope I didn't. Yeah, definitely let me know what you were most excited about. I definitely have to say the T. Kingfisher is probably what I am most excited about. I am like chomping at the bit to get that one. I'm so excited. Same with Taurus season. I can't wait for that one to show up. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a comment if you guys don't have anything else to say, but you want to let me know that you are here. Let's see. I am most excited about what stalks the deep. So let's do, I think that's like is it a bear? I think it's a bear. Is there a bear emoji? If there's a bear or a tree, you can do a tree too. A bear or a tree emoji, just let me know that you guys are here. Definitely make sure you subscribe to miss any future content. Like I said, I do one of these every single month and you don't want to miss out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.